There's lions and tigers and bears, all right, but not even your wildest imagination will prepare you for the adventure beckoning inside the gates of Out of Africa, where lions leap, tigers swim, and snakes snuggle. Nestled in the Mingus Mountains of Camp Verde, Arizona, you'll find this 104-acre animal kingdom. Bring as many friends as you'd like. There's always a trolley or a jeep waiting to pick you up on the safari tour of your choice. Just don't leave home without your camera. You never know who or what will be greeting you on your expedition. Dean and Prairie Harrison began their spiritual mission of bringing animals and people together nearly 30 years ago when they raised their first lion cub in their own home. Since then, the Harrisons have even had a hand at delivering several of the cubs.
His dad, Java, male lion, a beautiful Cape lion, lived for 23 years. And during his time, he sired some cubs, and many cubs, actually. And his wife, Shanta, one of his wives, was having problems. So while she was awake, I literally went in and had a hold of that little baby, doing my best to pull it out. Now, I've done that before with sleeping lions. The first time I've done it with an awake lioness. She was amazing. Dean, my husband, was keeping her occupied, letting her know we were doing this for her, and I was doing my best to pull that baby out.
And once the cubs were born, they even stepped in for kitty sitting duty. Yikes.
The mother lion wanted to go with the father at night, so we would come in and we'd babysit. And we would be there with the cubs until midnight or thereabouts. And then Shanta, the lioness, would come and she'd say, let me in, let me in. This was all out in the habitat itself. And so we'd open the little gate and she'd come in. And the first thing Shanta wanted to do was first check, are the cubs okay? You know, did the babysitters do a good job? And of course it was always a yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second thing she wanted to do was put her mouth around my head.
That was
and
fun
she did
for her.
it. She
The
did it.
lion putting a mouth around your head.
Yeah, but it was okay because she wasn't biting. She was just around there. But I kept saying, Shanta, don't do that, don't do that. And then finally we figured out how to get her to stop because she wouldn't stop. We said, be careful of the kids, you might sit on one. And she would stop.
Oh,
And we
wow.
put the babies right next to her so she'd be the mother again instead of the playful one.
And today, we made it just in time for the pool party.
There we go. Oh, no, 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 no! Gonna crank her up from the back, yeah. A little extra winding, never hurts. Sometimes you have to wind up tigers, you know. There we go. Whoa, 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 watch it, watch it. Go, 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 whoa!
Here we go, big jump, Shelly. Come on, Shelly.
Go, 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 go!
These are either the bravest men or Chalet's the sweetest tiger you'll ever meet.
Sometimes people ask how we choose people to do this. This is the ones we get. Now, Chalet wants a pretzel or something blue. Now, wait a minute, you guys can't give her that pretzel.
Okay,
You can't because there's too much sugar. Now notice how she's swimming effortlessly. The tigers swim, you know. They like water. Just like house cats, right? Oh, go, 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 go!
Oh my gosh.
There goes the diet. Now, when you're doing this at home, be sure that you dive through the pretzel, do not get tangled up in the pretzel, because otherwise that's what happens.
Almost makes you want to dive right in. Almost.
Now notice that we are not training Chalet. We don't train any animal at the park. That is a human concept. It's not an animal concept. Why would we use it?
I'd like to maybe talk about what we just witnessed here with the tigers, because just how you were explaining with you don't train them, you don't need to train them, you bring out their instincts, and if you can just talk about what you do here and how you're able to do this.
Behavior is found in instinct, intellect, and feelings. The instincts are the predispositions of any behavior without thought. They're not thoughts. Okay? They are reactions, which are stimulus and response. And if we know what they are, which we do, there are 4 primal instincts, 2 groups of supportive instincts, and as we trigger them, all this activity happens automatically. The thought comes after the instinct is triggered. Should I do this or should I do that? Is this more efficient or is that more efficient? And then, oh, that felt so good, I caught the toy, or I caught the person, whichever comes first.
The cats have certainly worked up an appetite, so I stepped right up to feed them. Behind the fence, of course.
You can go way up here.
Oh, we're gonna see you in your haunches.
There we go.
Oh, work for it. Oh, good girl. Good girl.
Good girl.
But this is only an appetizer. Just wait till you feast your eyes on the main course.
What'd you have for dinner today?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey Wednesdays.
Something tells me he's not sharing. Predator feeding time always attracts a herd.
Feeding time.
What? Did I say something funny? Didn't anybody ever tell you? You shouldn't laugh with your mouth full.
I don't want your food. Give me that food. Okay.
Now I think it's time to meet someone who isn't eating meat for lunch.
Watch him. He thinks he's much bigger than he is.
Oh, you're just
and you
like
can
my
put
chihuahua.
this in the middle of your hand,
Okay.
like I had. And she'll take it right from you.
Hungry?
Oh. Oops.
I'm trying hard to get, aren't I?
Here you go. You want to nibble on my finger? You're so precious. Look at that. Dang, you can touch her.
Fine.
We got you. We got you. We got you.
So they are dining on corn.
Tell me about what they're munching on for lunch today. It looks like a very nice array of fruit and
yeah.
vegetables.
So some grapes, some squash, just a whole bunch of stuff. They're herbivores, so they eat all sorts of veggies and fruit.
Look at his ears.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
So this is, they have multiple different types of quills.
Okay. Wow.
This is one quill that would make them look big. It's not really a quill to quill anything with.
The porcupines left me with a beautiful parting gift, which I think will make a new fashion statement. But before we head out, Prairie wants to remind everybody that while they may be wild, they may be crazy, they're still not a zoo.
We do our best to interact with the animals and have relationships with them. They're lions. We don't in any way want them to think they're not lions. They're not cats. They're not hyenas. They're not everything they are. It's important they are, but it's also important that we have a relationship so we can provide their needs and take care of them. Yeah. And that's what we do. Literally, we gave most everything to the animals, and then the public can get close and enjoy them in large habitats. So like Boom Boom, the big rhino, that was 6 acres. You know, these are several acres. And they use it all too. I mean, they can't be in the wild. They were born in captivity, but it's our responsibility to give them the best we can give them. And they really like the interaction. When people come up, you know, we think we're looking at them, but they're looking at us. They say, oh, look who came out today.